She only cries in her sleep. Damaged Grace leaves her crying on her knees, and she prays to the Lord that her heart can be protected by the deliberated knowledge that she breathes. But what happens when her process of inhalation loses its concentration? And she struggles to receive even the matter in the world and begins to live life out without reason. Her growth stunts. But does she even have a care to spare in the world, or does she even mind that her mind begins to season? Her mind was far from cynical. But watch someone twist and turn those tables around, and you'll witness a preacher's kid make the hit list of DPH's top criminals. Can't keep him? Let him go. Sadness portrays itself to be a clingy emotion, and emotions are harder to sink, so they float. I mean, what else could it be? Tell me what else you can see. Speak amongst the greater things, opposed to the little images below the 6 and up titles that you claim to visualize, because to me, your vision seems to have an impaired appearance compared to the blessings born through life that I've witnessed and see. I feel as though I was placed on a path in the world, and I already had it designated for me. A path only I can access, a path only I can see. But I try to place you on the right path, but you're steady striding perpendicular on the x-axis. Why? Because you need to live through the motions. And as I wait for you at the finish line, countless times has it crossed my mind that I wish that you could piggyback on my back, because I can get you there. I can take you there. I just pray that one day you'll use my wisdom as your token, my love as a repellent against the bruised hearts and toxic love potions, because baby girl, that's not love. Don't ever grant your confusion any access to diffuse reality in exchange for a fairy tale, for it's no longer just an illusion. It's no longer just an illusion. As you breathe, you'd rather deny all the lies, deny all the truth, and accept what every other dude feeds to you, and now you're currently in need. And your lust is a disease, and the flies on your wall are watching your every move, pause, play, and freeze. So as you kneel to the red, white, and blue, which is supposed to symbolize freedom, oh, but to you, I guess it's a different story when they're just flashing behind you, because she emerged in the dope. And then she hopes that she can cope, but until then she just knows that her future would never be able to be relied on until she had execute her past tense with one voice, hers, at last. If she had a choice, she would burn. Fire to the rest as she did her friends unknowingly. The lit trust that they set fire to for her had distinguished out. As she found faith, she changed routes, and her friends began to single out. And when she found this knowingly, she started crowning her perceptions, and I started crowning them too. Because even if their faith has drained, her and I both believe that the pain will leave someday. So through all the hardship that she's gained, strangely her faith has managed to sustain. So go ahead and ask her why she is so quick to throw her dad's trust out the window before she ever would her pillow. 1, because her tears travel across her cheeks just to see the smile at the end of the rainbow. And her dad, that's more than he can ever do or ever have done, because he has only offered her a love that has weared. He has never even been there or showed that he had cared. 2, because her tears have tightly embraced her sheets with love and care, more than he ever has done. Any love that he has offered her has weared and it's teared. But don't get confused, because the wounds separating her tissues are not exact replicas of the issues I may possess. For her story is hers and not of my own, although we did share a similar philosophy. I too did lock up my emotions and keep them in an isolated chest. But in case you were dreaming off into fantasy, allow me to bring you out of the mist of fiction and into the hurricane of reality. As far as my father goes, the shadows of his feet hardly ever shaded the carpet that my mother raised my 2 feet on. And those lyrics that I've wished for him to hear, for him to whisper in my ear, could break a salt-shed tear. And it could tremble my heartbeat in my mind, travel from the sole of my feet to the tip of my shoe every time it starts with I. The middle word, it just may be love, and it always ends with you. As a daughter, the ways that I felt. As a father, the feelings left undealt. I just pray that one day you can cope. Hope that you can cope with the verses and flow that I deliver, not yet on BH1 Bay A, maybe someday. Maybe someday. I mean, if I sing about how I miss you for so long like Harley Rae Jepsen, will you call me maybe? I mean, it's like, hey, I've met you, and this is crazy. Yes, you're my father. Now you haven't called me lately, but you, yes, you, question why that doesn't faze me? Maybe because I'm done with feeling as though my emotions have betrayed me. In an attempt to keep them low down, drowned under the sea, wishful thinking that they wouldn't get the best of me. So happens that they are the conquerors of the sea. But if only I were granted the access to execute my past sense, and which brought these emotions forth unto me, I wouldn't. I wouldn't be the person that I am and to not live the life that I live. Blessed with wisdom and great wits, that life would be full of no abundance and it would be tragic. So what would you do if you were granted access?